Hello guys, in this video I want to show you this rig again on MSI Z590 motherboard. Have a few questions guys ask about how to set up BIOS and all that stuff, and obviously there is no really settings needed unless you want to play around, but you can just get the motherboard from the box, connect all your GPUs, CPU, RAM, start it, and it start mining right away in HiOS with all 11 cards. Okay, so maximum I was able to support on that card is 11. I can't figure out any more card to connect, so it's really just 11 cards. I have 10 right here on the top on this open frame. Have an extra added 11th card just for testing. Now if you notice, all these cards labeled and they go from 1 to 10. Basically I can in HiOS look at every card and know exactly where it is, because what I did, I connect them into the motherboard same way. I labeled every cable, basically location, and I know like exactly where each card goes. Okay, so that helps a lot just to, for any reason you need troubleshooting. That's about it for this rig, and the idea is to test this rig out just like that, open frame, and then transfer on this custom made box mining rig. So it's, the idea is from the really from server case, and we're trying to get this set up as this mining box as similar to server case. So we will have the motherboard on the side here, and really what I do is I set the motherboard on a piece of plywood with the little risers that cut from a 1/4-inch tubing. Really easy to do, and we set it up so it's ready to go with this little connector bar for cards. So anytime you install the card, it's solid, it's not shaking, everything's solid connection to the motherboard, and very basic setup. So once we have it on the plywood, and it's 10 by 13, so it's just an inch bigger than the motherboard. What it allows us to do is to quickly put the motherboard on this rig, on this box rig. So on the 2 screws just connected on each side, and the motherboard solid attachment to this board. I don't know if it's a good idea or not. I didn't have any problem with that. I don't know if this about 1/2 inch ventilation is good enough, or it's actually 1/4 inch probably on those risers. But it's really, motherboard doesn't get really hot unless you do a CPU mining. There is no really temperature of the motherboard or RAM or anything like that, so I don't think it's going to be an issue. I had it run for several months and no problem with motherboard being disconnected or restarting the rig. Anyways, idea is to transfer all this 10 plus another card. We're gonna add 3060 Ti, all 11 cards. This one 3070, so I want to separate it and just run 3060 Ti all 7, so it's easy to do settings. And let's take a look at the HiOS. Sorry guys, I have to do on my computer screen. And this is the rig right there. We have right here. So that's current settings. I hope you could see that. Little reflections, sorry about that. So we do in about 61 in average mega hash on each card, so we didn't really overkill much. And we figure absolute mining core is 1475. You can do 1500 and 2330. I was trying to go up to 2450. And it mines a little bit higher, 41.5, 4175 mega hash. But I think it's a good enough settings just to keep the cars like cooler. And look at the power, about 123 to 127, 29 maximum range of the power consumption of the card. And total rig 1746. Okay, so we have at 1746 kilowatt 1746 kilowatts for this rig. So I want to see once we transfer and how, with the same settings, how is it gonna affect the temperature of the cards and in this mining box. So once we transfer all the card, get the cover here, so we have this cover that goes right on top. So just kind of idea to test it out, get as a server case, and I think we're gonna save the space height wise, so probably half of the open frame. It's a little longer, of course it's gonna be longer by the whole motherboard and PCU here on the side. So we'll have the PCU on the side for motherboard and couple cards, then we'll have another PCU probably right there, server PCU, transfer from this rig, and we'll have another PCU on this side. So it will be 3 PCU same way, so we just don't over, in case we need to switch to double mining, there enough power to run it. It's going to be 3000 watts, so we're really going to use only 50% or 60% of the PCU, which is keeps them really cool, so they don't get hot, and we're not creating extra heat on the temperature. So we are currently 65-degree ambient temperature in the room. So this rig been up probably for, let's see how long we have it for. It's up for 21 minutes. So I think it's kind of stabilized the temperature of the card. So let's refresh it. Okay, so this is our card's temperature. We're just going to memorize and then just go back. So it's around 48 degree, 47 with the fans below 50, between 47 and 58. So actually one card 61. So we kind of figured the rough idea how this rig open frame mining working on the same motherboard. So we're not going to change any settings, everything the same. It's going to be a same T-Rex mining pool, and we're just going to transfer same hard drive basically here with the HiveOS. So all the settings are going to remain for this rig. You're just going to transfer everything to this mining box. Let's see how it works. We'll probably add some similar risers, so I want to just get all the risers the same. I think we got them all the same here except one, so we'll update this one, and we'll have all of them white risers with the 8 capacitors. I kind of like them. I don't think they're the best, but they've been working pretty stable for me in the past. So here they are, 8 capacitor. We have the power PCIe 6-pin connector, gold connector here. Nothing fancy. Hopefully they will run okay. Transferring here. I'm gonna change this. I want to just get all 11 the same way set up, and the way we're using the cable. So yeah, by the way, one quick trick. So here we were able to use all the 2-foot cables, just one longer, actually all 2-foot cable standard. So here we're gonna set up 3 of the 2-foot for the first 3 cards, and then because the card's going further, I have this 3-foot cables, 3.3 and 6-foot cables set up as further we go. So I already tested this cable. It works really great on several of the mining rigs that I have, and no issues. We'll test it out and we'll pause the video about that. Just leave me comments. Let me know if you want to see how the this mining box works. Oh, by the way, this fans, it's going to be a 7 fans, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we have 7 blowing fans on this open frame, and we're gonna have 7 fans, but in this box we're gonna have them at 200 CFM fans versus 50 CFM, so it's a big jump. It's a 4 times more CFM fans. We can control the speed with the speed controller, so we really can just adjust it, make it a little quieter. They're really noisy, but it's gonna be out in my mining shed, so I don't care about the noise really. But this rig is really quiet. You can hear the fans are not really loud at all. I don't know if you can hear them. It's just basically quiet. So with the 66-degree temperature now, it's start rising as I start running this rig. And let's take a look at the temperature here. Went up a little bit. Uh, 47, 48, that's about the same, between 46 and 48 degree. And fan speed 58, 61, yeah, roughly about the same. And the same mining, about 61 average megahash. So the total we have 671 megahash and 1746 kilowatts. So 1746 kilowatt power consumption. All right, we'll be back on next video to test it out and see what the new readings on this mining box. Thank you for watching, and subscribe to my channels for more video.